How would you describe the Romanians, financially speaking? I mean, how do you see us, that we act, we work, everything we do from the point of view of the money, of gaining money? I mean, are we able to do almost anything just to get money?
I think many people are. But we have here, I think we have really here to separate, and we cannot put in one pot people that just do not have enough, to live, and therefore have to earn more money to buy the meals and to pay the electricity, which still is happening in Romania to a large extent. If we talk about this in a certain bad way, then we think of the rich ones who cannot get enough, and of people who are earning quite well already and are just focused to earn more and do everything for it. But these are not so many in percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
This is one part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I'm referring to is that many Romanians try to, even small businessmen and big businessmen, everything they do, they just try to trick, to fool the others, the partners, in order to gain this,
yes.
Let's say, immoral and even illegal advantage.
But here we come back to the fast gain, the moment of power. It is very. That's why I say I don't know where this comes from. There is very little long-term thinking. Yeah, I do not think if I am a portar. Yeah, I am the one who opens the gate. Yeah, I do not think of my long-term impact on the person which I keep outside. Yeah, and step on his nerves. I just think of my moment of power. I just think of my moment of gaining the additional amount, and not what the person thinks tomorrow about me. Also, we see in these times of crisis that Romanians really were the foreigners who invested, but very little Romanians invested their money in the country. Most of the rich people made a fast gain by sitting on a moment of wave, by trade,
by
or
speculating.
immobile trade, by speculating, by immobile trade, by getting something free of charge or for very little and selling it expensive.
So I guess this is very rooted in our culture. Not only the way that we are, or many of us are poor, it is also the cultural thing. That would be an explanation.
Well, I think out of this system, it is logic that many are poor, because if your idea is just to gain for today and not to build up something long term, in whatever level I'm talking about, whether this is an industry or whether this is my life, I'm not doing things only that give me a good food today, but I'm doing things that assure my family to live and my kids to have a decent life. It's about the perspective, that is missing. And I cannot imagine that this is in the culture. I think this is trained, I hope at least, because then there is little hope to improve if it's in the culture. Because this has to improve. More and more people have to start thinking that this country is worth to live in, and I am planning and I have a perspective here. I'm not doing things that I'm happy today. I'm doing things that will bring happiness for the next 50 years to me.
Yes, but on the other hand, the reality tells us that that's very unlikely to change, let's say in the, 10, 20,
it depends,
40 years.
No, it depends where you look at. if you look
I'm
at...
referring to this way of thinking.
Mhm.
That's very unlikely to change in the next decades.
I feel I'm not capable to say. If you would have asked me 10-15 years ago whether I could imagine that young Romanian people, as I said earlier, would have the self-esteem and a healthy self-esteem, a healthy position, and would go for their goals, I would have said impossible, probably. And today I know not all, but many who do this. Many who are young Europeans, doesn't matter whether they are from France or from Romania. And that is an important step in the right direction.